Hello again, and welcome to Faith and Healing, where we not only teach you how to care for yourself physically, but where we also teach you how to care for yourself spiritually. This afternoon, we are looking at a very important food, but one that also has great healing benefits. We're looking at the onion. And as you can see, I already have with me my onion pieces. I believe you'll be very delighted to know that there is something in your kitchen that you are able to use that can serve as a cough syrup, but also has so many other health benefits. So, would you have ever imagined that the onion has the ability to reduce stress? But it actually does. There is in it a property called carotene, and that is very helpful in keeping stress levels at a very healthy rate. And that is also a great property that fights something called cortisol, which is also harmful to our stress levels. So what an incredible thing to know that there is within the onion something that is able to reduce our stress levels in such a very stressful time. We're also finding out that there are anti-inflammatory benefits in the onion. Who would have thought? It's helpful to the joints, both your, elbows, your knees, for all the people who are struggling with arthrital issues or probably just have, severe joint issues. It reduces inflammation in the body. And because it is able to do that, then it totally helps with the healing and repairing of the damage that is done to the joint. So if you're suffering with any joint issues, you can look into adding onion to your diet. But in addition to that, it also is a great immune booster. And that is really where we will be focusing our attention today, and how I want to teach you to use the onion to be able to bring some healing to the cold and the flu seasons, and especially with the pandemic times of so many people exhibiting symptoms and having to be in quarantine at home. You can certainly do some things to take care of yourself while you are in that place at home. So we have here half of an onion, and I'm going to show you how you are able to use the onion for certain health benefits. If you notice here, I have the onion already diced on a tray, and I took some time and diced it very thinly. And you can go ahead and chop that to the point where it's very thin. And you can use that in many of your favorite cooking recipes, like onion soup, seasoning of the very things that you eat, knowing that you are taking something into your body that doesn't only taste good, but it also has great health effects. And here you will see I chose the red onion, but there are other onion options. There's the yellow option. I like the red, and you're able to chop it and use it for any of your favorite recipes. Now, for the cold and for the flu, you can take your red onion and you can chop the surface with a knife, and you dice it enough until the surface is attacked, where you can see those little holes in it. And when you've done that, you can simply add some honey to the surface of the onion, and you do that until the onion surface is covered. And you probably could do maybe about 4 teaspoons, because I always remind you, you don't want it to just be a honey drink. You want to feel the medicinal benefits as well. And what you're looking for is for the onion to release its juices, which is why you diced the surface with a knife. You want the onion to release its juices into the honey and creating a syrup. So there you see you have half the onion in a bowl with the honey, and you cover that for maybe about an hour or a little more, or until you see enough liquid have emerged into the bowl. And there you can take your tablespoons and you can begin to have a few of that, or maybe a third or quarter cup. You're able to just drink that for a few days until your cough has subsided, your cold is better, but above all, your immune levels are back up. And the reason why it is so helpful to the immune system is because, believe it or not, you would not have thought that an onion had such great levels of vitamin C, but it actually does. We thought that that was only in lemons and oranges and other citrus fruits, but the onion also possesses a good level of vitamin C, and as a result, it is very helpful to boosting the immune levels. And there you have it, a simple food, yet it has such great benefits. And we learned one, it is excellent in the reduction of stress because there is a property in it called carotene that counters a level called cortisol in the body, which is harmful to it. And so the onion is able to counter that, keeping our stress levels very balanced in a time when stress levels are very high due to everything that is happening around us. We also learned it has anti-inflammatory abilities, which is excellent because you do not want buildup of inflammation that is very harmful to the body. So the onion helps to reduce that. But we also know that it is excellent in its ability to boost and keep the immune system at a very high level. And it can be made into your own homemade syrup. And how excellent is that? That you have the ability to make your own syrup at home using something that has such benefits to the body. So remember, keep it covered for at least an hour or more, or until you got enough juices that is mixed with your honey and you have that nice syrupy flavor that you can use. Remember, you can dice and chop half of an onion or a whole onion for things like onion soup or other great recipes that you may have at home that you are doing. You want to add onion to it, not only for taste, but for the healing properties. And of course, because it also has detoxifying properties. So it's a great way of removing toxins from the body. And this is where our spiritual implication will come in. It is God's wish that we are not only well physically, but that we are also well spiritually. And knowing that on our journey through life, we pass through many things that affects our behaviors and causes us to develop habits and behaviors that are harmful not only to ourselves but to others, attributes and qualities that are not so appealing, things about us that cause harm to even us, and they affect how we interact with others. The onion is an implication spiritually of detoxing those unhealthy behaviors and practices. Just like God wants our bodies to be detoxified so that it is clean, He wants our spirit to also be toxified. And how do you do that? By ridding yourself or cells of things that are harmful to us. And there you have your spiritual implication to using the onions. And of course, you can also use the half of the onion since it has those detoxing effects. You can leave a half onion somewhere exposed in the atmosphere, maybe on the counter in the kitchen. It may even be in the bedroom, and it draws toxins from the air, causing it to serve almost like an air purifier. But once you have used it for the purpose of purifying the atmosphere, if you left it exposed in the kitchen, if you left it exposed in the living room, if you left it exposed in the bathroom or in the bedroom, wherever you used it exposed to serve as a detoxifier in drawing toxins from the atmosphere, once you're done, you would have to throw it away because you do not want to cook with something that you use to draw impurities from the air. So the onions that you cook with are the ones that are freshly cut and they have not sat around in the atmosphere. Once they have sat about, they would have cleaned the air for you, but you don't want to cook with it because it is, of course, carrying all those unhealthy things that it has picked up from the air. I really hope today that you got your spiritual and your physical lesson from this food that we were now reacquainted with, because we all know the onion, but many people are not aware of how much it provides such healing benefits to not only our minds and our bodies, but thank God to our spirits. I look so forward to joining you on our next presentation where we continue to learn how to not only tend for ourselves physically, but how to do so spiritually right from the kitchen. Join us next time on Faith and Healing.